Hey everybody, it's Maranatha here, and I'm here to encourage you all to remember that on your journey with God, you are going to have a different prayer life, a different worship, a different way that you see the world do the worship and the way they pray to God. And I want you to know this because we see a lot of glory given to God displayed on social media, on platforms. And some people can get confused when they come into church and they want to have a prayer life, they want to worship God, but they automatically copy off of what they see. I want you to really spend some time alone with God so you can understand what works for you. Because I know when I gave my life to God and when I was praying and worshiping God, because I watched different pastors and different, worship leaders do their worship, I would try to like emulate that because I thought that's how I get to God. That's how I catch the Holy Spirit. And it didn't last. It didn't last. That's the best way I can put it. It didn't last. And now I have my own way of doing that. And the way I do that is alone time with God. My personal relationship is a relationship where alone time with God is so special. And because of that, I worship, I pray before I go to church. I try to get that time with him before I go to church. So when I go to church, it's an extension. Some of us go to church to try to get everything that we need and then we leave. No, you're supposed to already be in the spirit of worship. You're supposed to already have a heart posture of prayer before you get in the church. Going in the church is you extending that, you spreading that, you allowing for your light to shine even brighter with all of God's people in one unit. So then it could just brighten up the room. Then when the people come in there that are hurting, that are in distress, that are depressed, that are anxious, that are struggling, that light is going to start healing them just because they're in the presence of God with people who are already in the spirit of worship. So us coming there and us just sitting in church just still, that's not going to do it. You have to have a personal relationship with God. You have to have your alone time with him before you go anywhere, especially to the church, to really understand him. If there's a problem that you're facing and you need to get to church, you should already be praying to God, already thanking him for what he's going to do, already from the gate. So when you go to church, that sermon can hit different, right? That sermon is going to hit different because you've done the work for yourself. And what I mean by the work is you're already praising God. You're already praying and trusting him. A lot of us get so weak and we go to the church to get that oomph, that boost to boost us to get to the next week. You got to have that boost coming from you. And yes, we get weak sometimes and we need the support of others. But what I'm saying is you want to get to a point where that boost can literally come from the depths of your hurt, the depths of your pain, the depths of your sorrow. That boost could come from you praising God and getting on your knees alone with him. Pray for deliverance. Pray for God to change your life. Pray for God to continue to guide you. He's defending you. He's on your side. He is not looking at everything that's going on around you and not taking note of it. He takes note of everything, and he makes sure that you get out of all of that stuff that people are trying to put in your way. People trying to plot. People trying to catch you in the act. People trying to make sure that you get down. Because a lot of people don't like when you live by the truth and you stand by the truth and you hold them accountable. People don't want to be held accountable. And so because some people don't want to be held accountable, when you hold people accountable, it's uncomfortable for them. They don't like it. So the moment they get to see if they can catch you in it, they try to catch you in it. And I'm saying right now, stand 10 toes down and making sure that you have worship going to God every day. Make sure that you have prayers going up to God every day. Even in your weakest moment, even when people are coming at you, pray to God every day. Worship God every day. You need it. Not just one day. You need it every day. Because the devil don't stop. And people don't stop talking. People are not going to stop hitting on you. People are not going to stop being mean to you. People are not going to stop looking for errors in your ways. But God has a grace over your life that is going to make sure that the favor that he has over you, people will try to throw things at you and they're just going to... It's not going to work. Because you're protected and you're favored. And whatever people do to you, it's going to come back on them. But it's not going to come back on them because you're going to do something. Because you're not going to do something. You're going to be quiet. Remember in a video I said the other time, I said be silent. You're going to be quiet. You're going to let God do the judging. Let God judge. Let God get what he needs to get. Let God teach the lesson. And that's the best thing. And the thing is, you'll be healed. You'll be in a better space where you'll just be looking like no animosity, no hate, just grace. You want to have grace in your heart. Pray for grace in this season. For your enemies, for you, for everything, for everybody. Pray for grace. Because it's a lot of exposing, judgment, and a lot of things are going to come to the light about people and about you. You're not going to be in trouble because of people. Don't fear men. Do not fear man. Do not fear man. Do not fear man. You should fear no person, no authoritative figure. You should fear none of them. They can't do to you what God can do to you. God can change your life. God can heal you from depression, from addictions, from anxiety, from a broken heart, from a bad relationship of abuse. God can do that. Man can't do that. A therapist can't do that. Pills can't do that. A pastor can't. Man can't do that, but God can. God can do that. God can transform your life and change your life. So why are you fearing man when they talk about you? God knows the thoughts of man. Why are you fearing man when they lie on you? God knows truth because he is truth. Why are you fearing man when they look at you and they plot against you? God's the biggest, bestest strategic person that ever lived, that ever is, that ever will be. Strategic. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Be cute, sit back, sit pretty, chest up, head out. And know that God got you. And he's not going to allow you to fail or fall. He will give grace when you're starting to get weak. And he will give you strength. All right? That's all I got. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.